Okay, so we are going to start with this one, all right? All right, so okay, Bande, you can read first, Bande. Yeah. Bande, can you hear me?
Meeting the 5 monks. The 5 ascetics who saw him coming from afar decided not to pay him due respect, as they misconstrued his discontinuous or rigid ascetics practices, which proved absolutely futile during his struggle for enlightenment. They remarked, "Friends, this ascetic Gautama is coming. He is luxurious. He has given up striving and has turned into a life of abundance. He should not be greeted and waited upon. His bow and rope should not be taken. Nevertheless, a seat should be prepared. If he wishes, let him sit down." However, as Buddha continued to draw near, his august personality was such that they were compelled to receive him with due honor. One came forward and took his bowl and rope. Another prepared a seat, and yet another kept water for his feet. Nevertheless, they addressed him by name and called him friend Awuso, a form of address applied generally to juniors and equals. At this time, the Buddha addressed them thus: "Do not, O bhikkhus, address the Tathagata by name or by the title Awuso. An exalted one, O bhikkhus, is the Tathagata. A fully enlightened one is he. Give ear, O bhikkhus. Deathlessness, amata, has been attained. I shall instruct and teach the Dhamma. If you act according to my instructions, you will before long realize by your own intuitive wisdom and live attaining in this life itself that supreme consummation of the holy life, for the sake of which sons of noble families rightly leave the household for homelessness." Thereupon the 5 ascetics replied, "By that demeanor of yours, Awuso Gotama, by that discipline, by those painful austerities, you did not attain to any superhuman specific knowledge, an insight worthy of an Arya. How will you, when you have become luxurious, have given up striving and have turned into a life of abundance, gain any such superhuman specific knowledge and insight worthy of an Arya?" In explanation, the Buddha said, "The Tathagata, O bhikkhus, is not luxurious, has not given up striving, and has not turned into a life of abundance. An exalted one is the Tathagata, a fully enlightened one is he. Give ear, O bhikkhus. Deathlessness has been attained. I shall instruct and teach the Dhamma. If you act according to my instructions, you will before long realize by your own intuitive wisdom and live attaining in this life itself that supreme consummation of the holy life, for the sake of which sons of noble families rightly leave the household for homelessness." For the second time, the prejudiced ascetics expressed their disappointment in the same manner. For the second time, the Buddha reassured them of his attainment to enlightenment. When the adamant ascetics refusing to believe him, he expressed their view for the third time. The Buddha questioned them thus: "Do you know, O bhikkhus, of an occasion when I ever spoke to you thus before?" "Nay, indeed, Lord." The Buddha repeated for the third time that he had gained enlightenment and that they could also realize the truth if they would act according to his instructions. It was indeed a frank utterance, issuing the sacred lips of the Buddha. The cultured ascetics, though adamant in their views, were then fully convinced of the great achievement of the Buddha and of his competence to act as their moral guide and teacher. They believed his word and sat in silence to listen to his noble teaching.
Okay, let's stop here. Okay, so let's go to the first page. Okay, so from here, can you just sum up in your short way? Just do a summary of this event.
The 5 ascetics still are still like averse to him because he has abandoned the austerity practices.
Okay, so All right, so they don't believe in him, right? Okay. I just want to ask like this kind of thing, like for example, he said his bow and rope should not be taken. I mean, now you are as a samanera, what is the significance of why bow and rope should not be taken?
It's something like usually that means they don't treat him respectfully as before.
Okay, so this means that not respect him, okay? Not respect him as a monk. Same equal lah, like it's the same equal. Okay, how about this one? A seat should be prepared. How about this one?
It's uh just like a manner like that.
A manner, all right?
Mhm.
Okay, so different manner, right? One should not be taken, another one should be prepared. It's like different manner here, right? Bow and rope should not be taken, but a seat should be prepared. It's like contrast between these two. I was thinking. Okay, other student, what do you think about this statement? Is it interesting or is it some significance here?
Can I try, Sagi?
Okay, you try.
Yeah, I'm Sumita. So
Mm.
normally when there's a teacher in Segalo Vada Sutta,
Mm-hmm.
the student and the teacher has a relationship where the student will respect the teacher by
Mm-hmm.
helping to take the rope and his bowl or whatever and prepare the seat for him so that he could sit in a comfortable manner and start preaching the Dhamma.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So when they say should not be taken means that they don't respect him as a teacher.
Yeah, they
Okay.
just said leave him alone and let him handle,
Let him handle this. This is personal thing. This
yeah,
personal thing, right? How about why
yes.
is it a should be prepared?
A seat should be prepared to really
Yeah, a
show
seat.
respect, that they respect the teacher, make him comfortable to be seated and be prepared to teach the Dhamma.
So means that here will be they are half respect him, half not respect him, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, okay. How about other students?
Thank you.
Anybody got some? This is actually I was thinking it is kind of interesting culture, how they respect or not respect. Yes.
Sagi, I
Yes.
think
Mm.
the five ascetic, okay, they were adamant, they doubt him, or rather they do not know that he has attained his enlightenment.
Mm-hmm.
And they treat him like just a friend. So if a friend comes to your place, you offer a seat, but you won't go to the
Okay.
extent of receiving his bowls or his.
Oh, okay. All
Just,
right. So
just as a friend comes to you, you,
as a
you
friend,
prepare
yeah.
a seat, they take a
Okay.
seat, no, because they don't know that he's an enlightened one yet.
Okay, okay. So this is just that he treat them like same level, right?
Yeah, yeah,
Quite a same level.
correct.
Okay. All right. Okay. So this is kind of we say actually it's interesting when you see the culture. So okay, let's go for this one. Okay, now we go for this one. The first teaching of the Buddha, when we don't say to who is the he trying to say? The what? Five what ascetic, right? Okay. Now we go to this one. Now we're talking about the manner, right? Manner of receiving or not receiving. Okay. This one. Right? Okay. So we can review that means that they are like you say, some like half respect. Okay, we say half respect. Another one maybe treat like equal, treat like equal or treat like friend.
Treat like a guest lah, that's all.
Guest, okay, you think it's treat like guest. Okay, yeah, a guest come, but actually I read somewhere that they prepare a seat because the ascetic Gautama was of higher class, you know. He was a king, he was a prince, right? He was a prince, yeah. So they still have this idea he's a prince, so prepare a seat for him, but they don't accept his personal things, right? There's a few way you can say like this, right? So means that not really full respect, is kind of like half respect here. Or maybe courtesy lah, like you say, treat like guest. If the guest come, give him some place for him to sit. Okay, now we continue. Okay, now from this part, we can see they changed their mind already. Okay, Bande, how do they change their mind?
I think it's due to his enlightenment, the kind of aura
All right.
that makes you automatically pay him the due respect.
Okay, so they come forward, they took the bowl. Now you can see they took the bowl, they prepare the seed, they keep the water for the feet, for the feet. Nevertheless, they call him Awuso. Okay, now you can see, now they treat him like what? What is Awuso here? Okay, call him Awuso. Friend means
Close
that
friend.
same level.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they not accept him as a Buddha yet, right? Then the Buddha say, do not accept Tathagata. Now, what's the meaning of Tathagata? What's the difference between Buddha and Tathagata? You know, the Buddha, how many ways you can call the Buddha? Beside the Tathagata, what else?
Pacheka.
Oh,
No
Sugata.
Pacheka. Start
Gata.
with B,
Sugato.
BH,
Bhagawa.
Bhagawa, okay. Tathagata
Sugato.
and Buddha, right? Sugato, yeah, Sugata or Sugato. So all these are same. But here it say don't call Tathagata. I think you all learn Pali. Tata is what? That way,
Yes.
all right? In that way. Gata, Agata.
Gone.
He came.
Yes.
He came in that way. In the way of the previous Buddha. Okay.
Well gone.
Or ta plus gata.
Gata.
Gone. Okay. Has gone. Has gone in the follow the way of the previous Buddha, how they will go, right? How they will teach, attain parinibbana, all right? So this is Tathagata. Okay. So now how many times they not believe him? So, 3 times. First, second, and okay. Right. Up to 3 times. Do you know the in Tipitaka there are many 3 times, right?
Yes.
This is also, yeah. Maximum is 3 times. Yeah. Normally. Now, why did they change their mind? At which sentence they start to change their mind? Bante.
When he questioned them,
Which question? This one, right?
the occasion when he has ever spoke to them before.
Okay, now you say he can call him bhikkhus. Are they monk at that time? Are they a Buddhist monk?
No, Sangha hasn't been established.
Okay, so the bhikkhus means what? What's the bhikkhus here? Ascetic also, right?
Ascetic.
Yeah, okay. So they started to change their mind, okay, when the Buddha said like this, okay?
Shagi means a bhikkhu is a seeker of alms.
Yeah, ascetic now we call it seeker of alms or ascetic or holy man they call it at that time. Whatever they thought. Seeker of alms means those go for what holy alms round or those who practice for certain path. Okay, now up to 3 times. Okay, now they believe in this one. Okay, all right. So here, so from this sentence, you see the Buddha. Because of the Buddha's behavior and mannerism, they start to change their mind. And also, beside that, also the Buddha's what you call it, how to say, yeah, this one, and the second also this one, right? Then they start to change their mind. Okay, now we look at this one. Now we do some warm up first. When was this first teaching said? How many do you know how many months after the first enlightenment, the enlightenment of the Buddha? How many months?
60.
60 days. So
60 months.
60 months, 60 days. So it's
First
how many?
teaching of the Buddha. 60 days. No, what is your question? What is your question?
2 months, right? How many days after enlightenment of the Buddha? How many days after enlightenment of Buddha? How many days?
2 months lah.
Yeah. Okay, 2 months. Okay, 2 months. Okay, previously we say he practicing under the what 7 place, right? So 7 times
49 days.
7 times 7 is 49 days. Okay, and then between the Bodhgaya, he need to go to the this place is called what?
Isipatana,
Isipatana,
the deer
okay.
park.
So in between, how many days he need to walk?
3 or 4 days.
No, to go there 3 or 4 days, 10 days, right? 11 days. If you need to walk 11 days to fulfill the 60 days, right? So about 11 days.
11 days.
In between, he meet the one that asked him the question, the Jina, yeah, Upaka. All right, so the place is Isipatana,
Deer Park is
Megadaye,
Mega Dai.
Deer Park.
Dai. Okay,
is
here
a
part.
location.
Location near where?
Sarna.
Sana,
This place is called Sana. So the place is near what? Varanasi.
Vanares,
Varanasi.
Varanasi or Varna. Now it's called what?
Varanasi.
Benares.
Vanares. Benares now they call
Benares.
Benares. Okay. Okay, to find ascetic. And why? Okay. What's the purpose of this teaching? Why?
Turn the Dhamma wheel lah.
Okay, what's the meaning of Dhamma wheel?
Somebody else answer lah.
No, Dhamma Chakra.
Start
What's
the
meaning of
Dhamma.
Chakra? Okay,
The
start the
wheel of
Dhamma.
the
Start the,
Dhamma. Turning
start
the
the-
wheel of the Dhamma.
okay, what's the meaning of wheel here? Later we will explain. Okay, start to teach. Okay, we just say start to teach.
Start to teach.
And how did he teach? How did he teach?
Turn the Dhamma wheel.
Yeah, how? How did he turn the Dhamma wheel?
By expounding the first sutta lah.
Okay, okay, by teaching what? Teaching the, what is inside the
Dhamma
first sutta?
Patapatana Sutta.
The Four Noble
Four Noble
Truths,
Truth.
Four Wonderful, Middle Path.
Middle Path.
Eightfold Path.
Yeah, Eightfold Path, okay.
Eightfold Path is embedded in the Four
Middle
Noble
Path.
Truths.
Noble Truth.
Yeah,
The-
yeah, okay. Okay, noble, four noble truth. So next time, if you want to write essay, you need to do this when, where, who, why, how. Then you got plenty of ideas how to write. Okay. Yeah, so we finished this warm up. So let's continue. Later we will do the Dhamma Chakra. We need to know the definition of Dhamma Chakra. It's also covered in the book just now. This book. All right. Okay, now next person. Sally, Venerable Sadam Nandi, you can start to read now. Can you turn on your video also? Yeah.
Two of the ascetic the Buddha instructs while three went out for alms. With what the three ascetic bought from their alms the six maintenance themselves. Three of the ascetic he instructed while two ascetic went out for alms. With what the two bought six sustained themselves. And those five ascetic thus admonished and instructed by the Buddha, being themselves subject to birth, decay, death, sorrow, and patience, realize the real nature of life and seeking out the birthness, decayness, diseaseness, deadness, sorrowness, patience, incomparable supreme peace, Vimana, attendance, the incomparable security, Vimana, exiting from birth, decay, disease, death, sorrow, and patience. The knowledgeable arose in them that their deliverance were unshakable. This was their last birth, and that there will be no more of this stage again. Namacakka Pawatana Sutta, which deals with the Four Noble Truths, was the first recourse delivered by the Buddha to them. Hearing it, Konanya, the eldest, attended the first stage of sainthood. After received the further instruction, the other four attend Satipatti later. On hearing the Anatta Lakkhana Sutta, it deals with soul, business, or the five attendant arahantship, the final state of standards.
Okay, so from here, this is a, what do you think this paragraph is trying to say? All this, you know, what is the this paragraph, the purpose of this paragraph?
Two of the accepted the Buddha instruments, the three went out for I mean, the different ascetics, they need different guidance.
Okay, they receive the guidance. Still, some will still receive the guidance from the Buddha, right? Or still meditation. Some go out. That means that some go up, and not all of them go out. You know, yeah. Some he instructed and practice meditation, and few go out, and then sometimes the different person go out. Yeah, right.
Yeah,
So it means that they
training
still,
is different.
yeah, they still need to get the food for their body, but they still continue the practice. Yeah. Okay, how about this one? This paragraph, what are you trying to say here? Which kind of teaching is mentioned here? This one.
The suffering and the cause of suffering.
Okay, cause and suffering. So it is the, so you talk about nibbana, and then the birth, aging, all these are.
The Noble Truth actually is Four Noble
Yeah,
Truth.
Four Noble Truth, right?
Yeah,
This is talking about Four Noble Truth, right?
Mm.
So here, then you talking about the sutta name is Dhamma Chakka Pawatana Sutta, right? Okay. Now, just now we mentioned about what did Buddha teach. Buddha teach about this Dhammacakka, and who did the Buddha teach? Okay, now we have how many names here? The first one is Kondanya, all right? Then other thing I did not mention yet, all right? Okay, so I think next paragraph mention the name, all right? So, okay, yeah, you can continue to read from here, okay? The first five disciples.
The five learned monks who passed attendance arahantships and became the Buddha's first disciple were Konanya, Vadiya, Wappa, Mahayama, and Asaji of the Brahmin clan. Konanya was the youngest and the cleverest of the 8 Brahmin who were summoned by King Suddhodana to name the infant prince. The other 4 were the sons of those older Brahmin. All these 5 retired to the forest as ascetics in anticipations of the Bodhisattva while he was enrolling to attain Buddhahood. When he gave up his useless tendencies and several authorities and began to notice the bodies beginning to regain his lost strength, his favorite follower, disappointed at his change of methods, deserted him and went to Isipatana. Soon after their departure, the Bodhisattva attains Buddhahood. The Venerable Konanya became the first Arahant and the most senior member of the Sangha. He was Asaji, one of the 5 who converted the great Sariputta, the chief disciple of the Buddha.
Okay, from here, can we know the name? The 5 disciples of the Buddha, what's their name?
Konanya, Vadiya,
Wappa, Mahanama, and Asaji. Which clan? What is their clan? Brahmin. So now compared to the Buddha, Buddha is the what kind of race? Buddha is a warrior race, right? And Brahmin, which is higher? What do you think? Is the Brahmin higher or the Buddha, the clan Katiya? Katiya race is higher. Which one is higher here?
Buddha is higher.
Okay. So we put here. Okay. So we have this. Yeah, the Brahmin. Okay. Now we see. Just now so we say ascetic. Okay, let's say ascetic Gautama. Now they still think at that time he was ascetic Gautama or become the Buddha. He's from the Katiya, right? So let's say somebody from Katiya came. So do they have to pay respect to him or no need? But they still can offer the seat, right? There's also one reason. Some of the, I think I read somewhere that they offer the seat to him because he's the warrior race. He's the prince himself. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Right. So we go back. So anything important in this book, right? Yeah. Kondanya.
Konanya become the first Arahant.
Yes. Kondanya become the Arahant. Yes. So at first during the Dhammacakkappavattana Sutta, do they become Arahant straight away? No.
No.
Okay. So when they only listen to this Anatta Lakkhana, they became, all of them become at the same time, all right? Only when listen to Anatta Lakkhana Sutta, they all become Arahant, all right? So this one is just important to remember, you know. It means that they don't become the Arahant at that time, right? So it's only at the Anatta Lakkhana Sutta. So at first is he became the Kondanya. So when he heard the Dhammacakka, he became the stream. No, at that time.
Oh, at the time, no.
Emperor, yeah. So there's a when he after listening to the Dhammacakka Pavattana Sutta. Okay, so later they practice, and then after that, when they listen to this sutta, Anatta Lakkhana, then they become Arahant. Okay, so not all become Arahant straight away after the Dhammacakkappavattana. You know, only Kondanya, one person. Right? So it's something you all remember because it's important to get these small facts, but it's very important. All right. Okay. All right. Now we finished this one already. Thanks, Venerable. Right. Okay. I think this, if we're going to start on this one, chapter number 6 is very, all this Indian thing, I think it's not easy to remember, so we can skip it. Okay. I think this part is okay. This one is important here. All right. Somebody want to read? Anybody? Volunteer? Any volunteer? Vira, you read. Okay.
Okay, Saji.
From here.
The first discourse of the Buddha. Dhammacakka is the name given to this first discourse of the Buddha. It is frequently represented as meaning the kingdom of truth, the kingdom of righteousness, the will of truth. According to the commentators, Dhamma here means wisdom or knowledge, and Chakka means founding or establishment. Dhammacakka therefore means the founding or establishment of wisdom. Dhammacakkappavattana means the exposition of the establishment of wisdom. Dhamma may also be interpreted as truth and Chakka as will. Dhammacakkappavattana would therefore mean the turning or the establishment of the will of truth. In this most important discourse, the Buddha expounds the middle path which he himself discovered and which forms the essence of his new teaching. He opened the discourse by exhorting the 5 monks who believed in strict asceticism to avoid the extreme of self-indulgence and self-mortification, as both do not lead to perfect peace and enlightenment. The former retards one's spiritual progress, the latter weakens one's intellect. He criticized both views as he realized by personal experience the futility and enunciated the most practicable, rational, and beneficial path, which alone leads to perfect purity and absolute deliverance. This discourse was expounded by the Buddha while he was residing at the Deer Park in Isipatana near Benares. The intellectual 5 monks who were closely associated with the Buddha for 6 years, were the only human beings that were present to hear the sermon. Books state that many invisible beings such as Devas and Brahmas also took advantage of the golden opportunity of listening to the sermon. As Buddhists believe in the existence of realms other than this world, inhabited by beings with subtle bodies imperceptible to the physical eye, possibly many devas and brahmas were also present on this great occasion. Nevertheless, it is clear that the Buddha was directly addressing the 5 monks and the discourse was intended mainly for them. At the outset, the Buddha cautioned them to avoid the 2 extremes. His actual words were, there are 2 extremes, anta, which should not be resorted to by a recluse, pabajitena. So special emphasis was laid on the 2 terms anta, which means end or extreme, and pabajita means one who has renounced the world. One extreme, in the Buddha's own words, was the constant attachments to sensual pleasures, kamasukalika no yoga. The Buddha described this extreme as base, vulgar, worldly, ignoble, and profitless. This should not be misunderstood to mean that the Buddha expects all his followers to give up material pleasures and retire to a forest without enjoying this life. The Buddha was not so narrow-minded. Whatever the deluded sensualist may feel about it, to the dispassionate thinker, the enjoyment of sensual pleasures is distinctly short-lived, never completely satisfying, and results in unpleasant reactions. Speaking of the worldly happiness, the Buddha says that the acquisitions of wealth and enjoyment of possessions are 2 sources of pleasure for a layman. An understanding recluse would not, however, seek delight in the pursuit of these fleeting pleasures. To the surprise of the average man, he might shun them. What constitutes pleasure to the former is a source of alarm to the latter, to whom renunciation alone is pleasure.
Okay, so we stop here. Thanks. Okay. So we go back to the previous one. Okay, now let's go for the definition of Dhammacakka. It's very important to get it right. Okay, now Dhammacakka. So there are something here. Okay, so based on what we read just now. So we see this different Dhammacakka and then the Pawatana. Okay, now the Dhamma. How you translate the Dhamma and how do you translate the Chakka?
Dhamma here means wisdom or knowledge. Chakka means founding or establishment. So the 2 together means founding or establishment of wisdom.
Okay, then how about Pawatana?
The whole thing, Dhammacakka Pawatana, means the position of the establishment of wisdom.
Okay, Chakka means founding and establishment. So Dhammacakka means exposition. So this means that the Pawatana is exposition.
Yeah.
Okay. You think? All right.
So
beside this one, they also translate as turning, right? Because the Pawatati, right?
The turning.
Yeah. So sometimes normally they how you translate turning the wheel of Dhamma, right? Is that normally how they translate? Okay. So what is another translation for the whole thing? Right. So
the whole thing is the exposition of the establishment of wisdom.
Of the establishment of the wisdom. All right. Okay. Any more beside these 2? Chakka is view. All right, but view means establishment, view of truth. Yeah. Okay. So which one is better? This one or this one? Oh, these 2. So which one is better?
Easy English is turning the wheel of Dhamma.
Okay.
Easy
So
to
this is we call it, how do you call it? We call it literal translation, right? Literal translation, okay? So this may be we call it absolute translation, or how you call it. Maybe you call it indirect, or maybe more nearer translation, which is nearer according to the commentator, commentary. So yeah, this one will be more understand exposition on the establishment of the wisdom. But this some they will say this chakra and pawatana are same. I was reading on the other day. Let me open my. I was doing some kind of like just happened was doing some research on that day on this. Yeah, I was doing some research. Okay, this one I get from the book. Okay. No, according to the commentary of Patisamimagga, Chakam, Dhamma Chakam, Pavidada Chakam, Dhamma Chakam, Desana Dhamma Chakam. All right. According to this commentary Patisamida, Dhamma Chakam means can divide to two. One is called Pativeda, when Buddha sitting cross-legged in the Bodhi tree, under the Bodhi tree. So that is a penetration of Dhamma. And Desana Dhamma Chakam. When number two is when he start to teach the Panchavaggiya. So there are two meanings of this Dhammacakka. Right? So sometimes according to commentary, Dhammacakka means the knowledge of penetration and knowledge of teaching. So this means that it can be these two. So that's another meaning of Dhammacakka. So you can just copy to here. Okay. So that's the meaning of Dhammacakka. Because when Buddha, he gained enlightenment, so it's also called Dhammacakka. When he started to teach his Panchavaggiya, this is also called Desana, right? This is also another Dhammacakka, because we call it like this one. You can see the Pali, Dhammacakka. Okay, Dhammacakka means Pativeda, penetration, and Desana, teaching, right? So there's another meaning of Dhammacakka. Pativeda, penetration, when Buddha was under the Bodhi tree. Desana, when he was teaching at the Isipatana to his this Panchavaggiya, right?
So want to be accurate, that means the Buddha
Yeah.
enlightenment start
Yes.
from Buddha's enlightenment, Dhammacakka
Yeah, Dhammacakka. It start to,
established.
well, if you want to use the word turn, turn the Dhamma. Sometimes they will say, and when Buddha under Buddha teaching, he already do the Dhammacakka. All right.
Yeah.
But when he teaching this Panchavaggiya is also Dhammacakka. This is called Desana Dhammacakka. Right. So this is quite interesting. I just happened to look at this. I was doing this a little bit research. Okay. Now, beside this Dhammacakka, the other facts he was talking about was the what? The middle path. Why do he call it middle path?
Not to indulge in
These two, right?
avoiding these two extreme, self-indulgent.
Self-indulgent. So when did he had this extreme self-indulgence? When did he had the extreme self-mortification? When?
From his birth until 29.
Okay.
Under self-indulgence, he's enjoying the
Okay.
worldly
Worldly sensual pleasure.
Yeah.
Too extreme. Okay. That's why I say the word anta. Later we'll study some Pali. Most of you are my Pali student, right? So one is self-indulgent means how many years? Living as a prince and just how many years?
29 years.
Up to 29 years. Okay. Self-mortification, torture, how many years?
6 years.
6 years. Okay. So when did he become Buddha?
35.
All right. So at the
age
of 35. Okay. Yeah, he became the Buddha. Yeah. So it's good to have all these numbers. Yeah. Okay. So this means that the indulgence is actually long, but it's very comfortable. Self-torture is so torturing until he fainted, he almost passed away. It's also very strong. And then why did he not happy with these two? Where's the answer? Why he not happy with this, the self-indulgence and self-mortification? Where's the answer?
Hino gamo putu janiko anario anata.
Yeah. I mean the English answer. Because of what?
Because
one,
we can
this one. Yeah. One, which one? One retreat the
retard one spiritual
retard, okay.
progress.
Spiritual progress. Another one weakens in
self-mortification weakens one's intellect.
Okay, so we see these two, all right. So because, right? The first one and then the second one, the former one. Okay, now we look at the text. Of course, we say like that, but why is it when you have this self-indulgence, it start to reduce your spiritual progress? But why do you mortification? It reduce your intellect, So of course, the text say like that, but I mean, we also need to think about that, right? Why? Okay. We think about, it says retards. How it retards? How it weakens, Okay, other student want to say something? Okay.
Too much enjoyment.
Too much enjoyment, and then what happened?
That's why it retards this. You don't want to practice lah.
Okay. So lead to don't
know samvega.
Okay, don't want to practice. We can think about it. Yeah. This is the text. Okay, you can think that. Okay, don't want to practice. Okay, no spiritual urgency. What else? Not interested, right? Not interested. Okay. All right. What else? And how about self-mortification? Why is it weakens one intellect?
Because it's painful.
Painful. Okay.
Not enough.
Painful.
Nutrition. Not enough food. Not enough nutrition. If you.
Okay. Not enough. Okay. Not enough.
Affects your brain. I see. This is
brain.
mind.
Okay.
My thinking.
And painful. Not nutrition and what else?
Not beneficial lah.
Yeah, of course, all these are not beneficial, right? Okay. Yeah, because if they are practicing self-mortification, then they will have spiritual urgency, all right? But if they practice this one, then the body is weakened, all right? So main thing is the body weak, When the body weak, it's not easy to have a strong mind also, right? Unless like the Siddhartha ascetic Gautama, because he has a very strong willpower. But most body, when the body weak, then the mind also weak. Okay, so we can think about that. Okay, now we go back to the text. So where is the place? Deer Park. All right. Last time, remember I told you what is another translation for Deer Park? Have I told you? Miga Daya.
Miga Dai.
Miga Daya, all right?
Miga is deer.
Okay, so this is my another document that I write before. I just happened to finish this about last week. Miga Daya. Normally translate as Deer Park because Miga means deer. But Miga in Pali means wild animal in general. So Miga Daya means Miga and Da. Da means Miganam to the deers, to the animals, Abayang, fearlessness, deity. Deity is the root Da. Give fearlessness to animals. So actually this is an animal centric. It's kind of like place like forest where animal can live in peace, so not being afraid of hunted by food. So you also call Miga Dawa or Miga Daya. All right. So Migadaya means, so if we talk about this, okay, when, where, okay, so Migadaya. So it's actually a animal
No
sanctuary.
sanctuary.
Yeah. Or so it's actually near the Varanasi. You know, this place is called Isipatana Megadaya. It's animal. But now the modern place we call it what? You all been to pilgrimage? It's called Sana, right? Right. I just do some nice photo today. I find on the internet. Yeah. Where's my photo? Oh yeah. Okay. Sana. Okay. Okay. Let's go for a nice picture. Relax the mind. Okay. Now this is I think you all see many Buddha painting, right? This is also, I want you to look at these two, just some comparison study. Yeah? So which one you think is the best painting?
The left side on the Buddha looks so big,
Okay,
beautiful.
sorry. Yeah. Okay, let me do it again.
The main point is the hair of the ascetic lah.
Okay, compare this one and this one. Which represent the better idea about the, like just now what we say, the Buddha preached to the 5 ascetic.
The right side one, because got all the Deva, Devis.
Okay, Deva, Devis. This one of the point. So here beside the five of them, which one is the Kondanya?
Should be in the middle one, is it?
Okay, you think this one. Okay. Yeah, so we try to zoom in first, so you have a look. So which one you think? This one?
Yeah,
I think this one is a romantic size version already.
What?
They can idealize the version.
Idealized version. Yeah, I mean just to make it interesting. So if you are going to teach basic Buddhism to children, you better show some photo, right?
Yeah.
Right or not? Rather than text, the children. So you can ask them, okay, which one you think is the Kondanya? Okay, this one, how about this one?
This better because they got the hair still. They don't botak yet.
Which one? This one?
This one not
this one?
botak, the actual aesthetics yet. Long hair still.
Yeah, they also got hair. Now you see the photo, you see? This one, no hair. No much hair. This one got the
hair and beard.
But even like the Buddha, they will say Buddha also got hair, right? Sometimes if you teach the Dharma school, especially the children will ask you a question, why Buddha got hair? Right or not? Okay.
The bowl also look too modern.
Okay, of course, all in
They got
modern.
the metal cover on this one.
Okay, so let's say we among these 5, I mean just use your imagination now. Which one is Kondanya? I just want to see how you say.
The right one looks older, I think is he.
Okay, yeah. Okay, yeah, he's because he's the oldest, right? Compare at that time, what do you think his age will be? Remember, he saw the Buddha, he saw the Prince Siddhartha when the Prince Siddhartha was a baby, right? So at that time, how old he would be? About 20 or 30? At that time, he was the youngest among the fortune teller, about 20. And now after he wait for how many years?
35.
35. So he will be around 55.
60 something.
60s. Okay, so should be this one, right? Yeah, he's the one because the others are the son of all the fortune tellers. Yeah. All right. So he's the oldest, so should be this one. And I think this one, he got white hair. Yeah, I was think this one. So this one nice because he could show all the devas and the Migadaya, why you see all the painting, all the Migadaya will have the deer. But it also have a very important time. It shows the timing. Do you see the timing? When did the Buddha preach this Dhammacakka Pavattana? In the morning, in the night?
Full moon of...
Yeah, I mean, is it morning or afternoon or night or evening? What's the timing?
Night. Because the Deva and the Brahmas only can come down at night.
When all the people are sleeping.
All right. So you think it's night. Okay, night you got 12 hours. Which night? What hours and night?
The middle
first
night,
night,
the middle
first
watch.
watch.
That's what.
First
Middle
one. But
watch.
you see this one and this one. What is this? What is this
Sun's
one?
about to set.
Oh,
This is
the
what?
moon.
This is what?
Moon.
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 Okay, so we go. I mean, that's why when you study the painting, there's always some significance about painting. Now this is the
Moon.
full moonlight, the waning
this one.
Sun
Sunset.
coming out.
Correct. Mm.
Okay, so what is the time?
or middle watch can be
2 to
Eight
6.
to
Dawn
to six.
during the dawn. Dawn to
Yeah,
six.
so at that time it's very auspicious. It's the time when the sun just come out and before the moon
waning moon. Yeah.
before the moon disappear. Yeah, of course it's a full moon, right? Okay. So what is the time? What do you think?
2 to 6.
4 to
Yeah.
6.
Okay, 4 to 6. Now you can see I did some right out here. Okay.
Six.
So it's a full moon. Okay, just now you see the full moon, right?
Yeah.
Okay, it's a full moon. That's why when the painting, the artists they also have to use their imagination. It's a full moon with Saka, right? With Saka.
Mm.
So it called Buddha Purnama.
No.
Yeah. At that time, the Buddha entered enlightenment. This is called Asaha. We call it Dhamma Day,
Yeah.
when the Buddha reached Migadaya,
Yeah.
right? So I was thinking if the Vesaka is May, and then Asaha will be July, because there will be
Yes, 2
2
months.
months. So in between, the Buddha need already spend the 49 days. So if 61 day, let's say if May is the 31st, minus the time you got 12 days, he need to traverse it. And I checked on internet, it's a Bodh to Varanasi 255. So if you travel by car, if you go for India, you travel by car, it's 6 hours. So if you divide by 12 days, it's a 21 kilometer. It's actually long. If you need to walk, it's very big distance, no? Yeah, of course for the Buddha.
Wow.
Because he need to go on foot, because he need to meet the Upaka, you know? Yeah. But later Upaka also,
Shaji is not
Yeah.
61 days, no, because the moon days are not the normal
Okay,
calendar.
then, so what do you think?
Lunar calendar.
Okay, let's say go for 60 days, all right? So maybe 11 days. 30 days or 29 days?
29 already.
Okay, then should be 58.
Yeah.
Oh my, if you're going to 58, then you need to travel.
It's easy
58.
to walk more than this one. 21 is very little.
1 kilo is long already.
Okay, 58 minus 29, how much you get?
9.
9. Oh my God.
Yeah.
9 days. Okay, 9 days you divide by 255. How much? Calculator.
9 days.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
Okay.
28.
Okay. 255 divided by 9. Where's the calculator?
3.3.
28 km.5.
Yeah. 255 divided by 9.
28.
28.3.
Kilo-
Okay.
Ah,
0.3. Yeah, it's a it's a very long way to walk. Even
Yes.
1 kilometer take, I mean, of course, even I'm not used to walking also.
But
Right.
Saiji, how you get 58 days?
I get
Oh, you
58 days.
How you get 58? 58 days minus 49. You see,
28, he say it's 29 days, moon. One moon is what? One moon is 29 or 30.
or Chinese calendar, the lunar moon.
Yeah.
Not
Or maybe
30.
we just fix it 60 lah. 60 is
60,
easier. 60 better, okay? 60 divide by 49, so 11 day better. Okay, now you all calculate. How many days? How many hours? 255 minus 11, how many?
23.18.
23.18.
3.18.
But it's still a very long journey to walk, right or not? Okay,
Yeah,
so
yes.
I was doing the research. It's quite interesting, all right? So you see the Sana, Varanasi. Varanasi is here. So Sana is near to Varanasi. Bodh Gaya is here, right? So to walk here, yeah, it takes long hours. Okay. Yeah, this one they put already 255. Yeah. Sana, from here, the Buddha will go through the forest or small village or whatever to walk. You know? Yeah. So Sawati here. Kapilavastu, Lumbini, is the place where Buddha was born. Kushinagar where Buddha attained Mahaparinibbana. So among these, we call 5 places pilgrimage, which is the main one that you should go.
Bugaya,
All right, Bodh
Dar-
Kushinagar,
Lumbini,
Lumbini, and
Sana.
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 So 1, 2, 3, and 4.
Four
So
only.
they are
Yeah.
but if you want including other things like Shawati and then the Nalanda is nice. Yeah, there's many things to go. Okay, so it go. Okay, anyway, just okay. Now this is this why I was interesting. Just happened I managed to get this research. All right, according to Bali, right, the sun set in the west side. No, and then the full moon of Al-Saha arise in the east. Okay, the sun have to set in the west, of course. Yeah, the moon arises in the east, so it's opposite direction, right? So it's nice to have the full moon and the sun in the sky together, right? Very auspicious day. So at that time, Etasmen Samaye Bhagawa Dhammacakkappavattana Suttam Arabo. He start to teach this Dhammacakka Dveme Bhikkhave Anta, right? It's very interesting research. Exactly to show the time, like the just now.
It sounds like evening, not morning.
yeah.
Oh yeah. Okay. Sorry. Yeah. If
So-
the evening, so,
Because set in the west already.
oh yeah. Okay. Sorry. So this means that it should be the at
Should be
that
the first
time.
watch lah. Should be the first watch.
Okay. So then it should be the
First
so
watch.
6 to 10. 6 to 10, 10 to 2, 2 to 6, 6 to 10. Is it?
So where's my who and where? Okay. Now let's say when, right? So when is 2 months. So exact time will be the
First watch.
sunset.
Sunset.
Okay. Sunset. So it's the month of what we call it?
July.
Isala.
Al-Saha.
There's no June or July at that time. Yeah.
Al-Saha.
Okay.
Damadi.
Sunset will be about maybe 6 o'clock. Maybe about 5 to
The month
6
is Vesaka.
p.m. Vesaka is Buddha. Buddha
Vesaka,
enlightenment.
enlightenment.
Vesaka enlightenment is 2 months later.
Yeah.
This is
Vesak.
2 months later. This
Buddha
is not
said
1
to-
month.
Yeah,
Because
doing
49 days, he already spent the 49 days at the what?
Bodhi
7
tree.
places, right? Yeah, around the
Asaha, Visakha.
Bodhi tree. So he need to take few days.
Yeah, the enlightenment is Vesaka.
Yeah, but now we are talking about first teaching.
You're talking of what? Sunset is during the enlightenment is Vesaka.
Oh yeah. Sorry. Now
Don't
we
like
got mixed up.
confused. The month is sit under Buddha tree is a different month.
Yeah, the enlightenment was in the
Visaka.
Bukaya.
Visakha.
month of Vesaka. Yeah, now we are talking about this
Vesaka.
Okay.
Al-Saha. All right, okay.
Asaha is the Dhammacakka.
Dhammacakka, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Turning of the wheel. The
Right.
turning.
So different months, all right. Okay, so it will be sunset time. All right. Sunset is not morning. Yeah. So the sun set and then the moon start to arise. Yeah. Sunset. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. The sun meeting in the west side. Pachima.
It would be
Yeah.
lovely.
Al-Saha. Yeah.
The Asamun, yeah.
Okay.
Gachati.
Cool. This is a Pachima. Pachima have few meaning. All right. Pachima, beside the normal meaning of last, latest, you also talking about west. You know.
West.
Pachima, like you have what do the chanting like Pachima, then the chanting. Okay. Yeah. The lowest. Here is west.
Western.
So the sunset in the west. Okay. Pachina is a east.
East.
the east. Yeah, one is west and east. Okay, so let's see. We'll go back to the painting. Sometimes I need to appreciate the arts, no? Okay. Let's go for the. Okay, this one has no painting, right? So sunset in the west. Yeah, it's direct. This is the west. Okay, this is the east. And then the Dewa. This means that the
Oh,
Dewa
no,
also
opposite,
came.
Saiji.
Yeah, but because the painting they draw in the opposite.
Buddha's right hand side should be the
This is right. Buddha
The
right.
sun.
Buddha west.
sun is
Buddha is this is right. This is the west. This is the left of the Buddha.
left.
Okay. But of course, this is the artistic view, all right. And then near the which river?
And
You know the
Neranjara.
Neranjara. Do you know the meaning of Neranjara? What's the meaning of Nera? Nera is what is the color of Nera?
Blue.
Nila blue.
Blue.
Yeah,
blue.
Jala, blue water. What's the meaning of blue water?
Royal.
Compassion.
No, when the water is blue, what's the meaning of when the water is blue? Means it's
Pure.
very pure,
Clear.
right? So
Yeah,
at the time the
pure.
water is very pure. It's even you go now, you don't see much of the river. Okay. Okay. Location, we know the location already. Yeah, this my another one. Okay, let's go back to, okay, now we finish this painting. Okay, now we talk about something, all right? Okay, so we go for this. Now, people, you all go for pilgrimage, right? I mean, how many times you all have been? 2 times? 3 times? Once. Okay. So the first one is where the okay, we follow the sequence of the first one is the birth of the Buddha. So
Lumbini.
Lumbini. So yeah.
The river is a place of enlightenment, but he gave the Dhammacakka in the Sipatana, so I don't know, there's no river mentioned there, no?
No river mentioned there.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh yeah. Okay.
Nearby.
Good. Okay, no river mentioned there.
For the picture near.
Okay. Good point. Okay. So if no river there, so what is this river for?
But in the park got some river, I think.
Yeah, for the deer to drink the water.
Okay, so it's not the Neranjara. Neranjara is enlightenment place. Okay, sorry, it got mixed. Okay, let's go. Sometimes I miss the story. Okay, never mind. Let's continue. Okay, birth is Lumbini. So after birth, then enlightenment. We follow the birth, enlightenment. Then turning of the wheel.
Sarna.
Then the
Parinibbana.
Okay, Parinibbana. Okay.
Kusinara.
Okay, now the Palinim. Lumbini. All right. Enlightenment is Bodhgaya. Okay. Turning of view.
Sarna.
I mean Pali. The Palini.
Patana Migadaya.
Okay, Parinibbana is
Kusinara.
Okay. Find the how many Kushinara. Long A. Kushinara. No, this one. Oh yeah, Kushinara. Okay, long A. Kushinara. Okay, India. Now, what is the name of the India? The name now not in India, so it's in Nepal. Okay, so Nepal. Okay, so it's
but in the state of Kosala. Yeah, okay. Kosala.
Okay, now Bodhgaya is still Bodhgaya. Okay, now the turning wheel is Sarna. Parinibbana, you call? Now you call?
Kusinara.
I think they call it
Kushinaga.
Kushinaga. Yeah, Kushinaga. All right, all these are 4 special places. All right, so significant no need already. Okay, now Buddhist icon and symbol. How many things can represent the Buddha? All right, so if you see a wheel with X as a what is this for?
This 8 XL represents the Noble Eightfold Path.
Okay, so no
Noble Eightfold Path.
No, Shaggy, there's
Mhm.
only one axle, no?
Sorry, sir. One
Eight,
axle. Then how
eight
you call
One
it?
spokes.
axle,
Eight
each
Sorry.
spoke.
spokes.
Okay. One X
Spokes.
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 Okay.
Yeah, only
Yeah.
one axle only wheel.
Yeah.
Uh,
Okay. Okay. Good. Okay. So spokes. Okay. Then the one with 12. Well, in case we got 12. Do we have 12?
Paticca Samuppada.
Okay. Dependent origination. But I think this one we don't have. Do we have 12, 24? No.
Patana.
Patana. Oh, maybe.
Guess word.
But do they have wheel here? Do they have the shape of wheel? Is it under wheel or not? Not sure. Okay. Beside this, what else is the Buddhist icon? Buddhist symbol.
the Bodhi tree is very important.
Okay. Bodhi tree.
Uh,
And then the sacred relics has
Relics.
been divided
stupa,
into
stupa.
Icon or we talking about symbol or icon?
stupa. Stupa.
Stupa. Okay. Stupa. Okay. Pagoda. Okay.
Pagoda.
Yes. What else?
Asoka
How about
pillar.
mudra? Yeah. Mudra.
Mudra. Yeah,
Yes.
mudra.
Okay. Soga. Pillar.
Pillars.
Okay. What else?
Bodhi tree got not? Got already. Bodhi tree.
How about the
Okay.
alms bowl and the ropes?
Arms bow and ropes. Okay. Can also. Arms bow. Rope, I think difficult to draw a picture. Okay. So I show you something here. So beside we see this one. Okay. Right. You all see
Aura.
this before, right? So
The
what is
aura.
this? What is this?
Deer,
The
deer.
deer.
Here. This one is
Wheel.
The wheel.
Turning.
Dhammacakka. Okay.
Dhammacakka.
Turning. All right.
Dhammacakka.
So just now beside this one, the Noble Eightfold Path, we also can put the Dhammacakka. Dhammacakka, I think, is definitely Buddhist icon.
Then the aura.
Swastika.
The aura.
Okay. Wait, this one
Saji?
is a stana. You all been, right? What's the name of this?
Yes.
Dhamme.
No, I'm not.
Dhamme from the
Yeah,
Dhammacakka.
Dhammik
I think.
Stupa.
Dhammacakka.
Yes,
Stupa.
Dhammik Stupa.
It's
That's
so
where
far. I mean, so far, if you go for pilgrimage, this is a very nice one to go. It's very
Yes.
nice because you really can feel the atmosphere. Other things is not so nice, you know. This one is
Dhammik
very.
Stupa.
I really like it. Yeah.
Yeah, we
So
we
big,
stayed
you know.
there for meditation.
Oh, okay, okay. There are many nearby. Got a few of the teams. Yeah. So I really like this place. Yeah. Okay. So I think that's 1, 2, 3,
How
and
about the aura, Saji?
wait. Let us share the. Okay, this is the Noble Eightfold Path. Right view, right thinking, speech, action, livelihood, effort, mindfulness, concentration. All right, and then this is the dependent origination. Sometimes they call it the wheel of life. Why do we call it the wheel of life? Why?
It's
Because talking
samsara
about
going round and
birth.
round.
Yes, it's talking about birth all the way to death. You know.
There.
Yeah. So we call it.
Samsara. The wheel of samsara.
So
Yeah.
Baba Chakra lah, it's called.
Huh? Bawa
It's called
Chakra.
Baba Chakra.
Okay, Bawa Chakra. So
Bawa is
view
life.
of life, right?
Yeah.
So this talking about also dependent origination. So you can say all these things happen, all these Buddhist icon symbol happen is to do what? To do with the dealing with what? So dealing with the Buddha or Dhamma. Okay. How about the Sangha? Yeah, you got the mudra. What kind of mudra do you remember? You know what is mudra, right? What is mudra? Hand,
Hand gesture.
hand gesture. Okay, like what? How about the Dhammacakka? You know what is the Dhammacakka?
Yeah.
What is the mudra here? It's just put the hand with the turning of the wheel, right? That's called Dhammacakka. I don't have the photo here. Oh yeah, this one.
This one got
Yes. The hand gesture.
Yeah, hand gesture. This is the Dhammacakka. You can see one hand put together. Like, okay, another one. But one thing about this painting, you see the hand here, right? Okay, it's a one long and short, right? You all know the Buddha finger. What should the Buddha finger? The Buddha finger is. Okay, let's look at this one. Okay, so do you see this together?
Same length.
Yeah, same length, right? Same length. And then the foot is flat. Flat, you know, flat. It say that same length. 4 should be same length. Okay, same length here. Okay, this, and then he do the Dhammacakka. This is the Dhammacakka. That's why this kind of painting is called Dhammacakka painting. So yeah. So if you are teaching the children, you better show all the photo lah. Okay. This is the foot is flat, and then even the toe, the length is similar. But this one is not similar. The finger is supposed to be same length. It's quite same length here. Maybe it's something that interesting. Yeah, this one should be the Kondanya, the oldest one. Yeah. But now you can see they are using the beads, no? This I don't think they will use the beads. Maybe lah, the aesthetic, not sure whether they are using the beads at the time or not. And then it's a good, sometimes study the arts is actually interesting also. Okay, now we go for it, all right? So we know the birth, Lumbini, Bodhgaya, Nigadaya, Isipatana, Kuchinara, Nepal, Bodhgaya, Shana, Kuchinara. Now the name also called Lumbini, Nepal, same name. And then the icon we already studied here. Okay, now I think we can just go for some Pali study. Okay, let's study I think we just go for this one. Let's study for English chanting. This one I get from Samyutta. All right? Connected discourse on the truth, setting in motion of the will of the Dhamma, right? Okay, now. Okay, somebody want to read for me? Read for everybody. It's nice to read this teaching in English. Okay, somebody please read. Let's see who has a good voice here, or who never read before. Melinda Chan, I think you not read before. Can you read for us? Yes.
Okay, Sayiji. Okay, connected discourses on the truth, setting in motion the wheel of the Dhamma. Thus have I heard, on one occasion, the Blessed One was dwelling at Varanasi in a deer park at Isipatana. There the Blessed One addressed the bhikkhus of the group of 5 thus. Bhikkhus, these 2 extremes should not be followed by one who has gone forth into homelessness. What 2? The pursuit of sensual happiness in sensual pleasures, which is low, vulgar, the way of wordings, ignoble, unbeneficial, and the pursuit of self-mortification, which is painful, ignoble, unbeneficial. Without veering towards either of these extremes, the Tathagata has awakened to the middle way, which gives rise to vision, which gives rise to knowledge, which leads to peace, to direct knowledge, to the enlightenment, to Nibbana. And what bhikkhus is that middle way awakened to by the Tathagata, which gives rise to vision, which leads to Nibbana. It is this noble eightfold path that is right view, right intention, right speech, right action, right livelihood, right effort, right mindfulness, right concentration. This bhikkhus is that middle way awakened to by the Tathagata, which gives rise to vision, which gives rise to knowledge, to peace, to direct knowledge, to enlightenment, to Nibbana. I think Sayuji have to move up a bit. Okay, now this bhikkhus.
Okay, we stop here. It's okay. Thank you. All right. Okay, now, so where is this place? Okay, now we start from this one. Thus have I heard. Who is I? Ananda. All right.
Yes.
So the time we already know just now, it's about 2 months after the Buddha enlightenment.
Yes.
The Buddha went to Varanasi at the Deer Park. Deer Park is a Megadaya at the Isipatana. Now you see, now they use the word monks. Instead of monks, they use the word bhikkhus, right? Now the object is he talked about this sutta and he addressed to the bhikkhus or the 5 monks. Okay, so this is important. So we got the place who. Okay, the place is where. This is where. All right.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. Now the key point is
Two extremes. Two
all right.
extremes.
The first one is
sensual pleasure, the pursuit of sensual happiness. Yeah.
The second one is
the self-mortification.
Okay, so without doing this, the Buddha suggests which one?
The middle way. The middle way.
All right. So
which give
now
rise to
you
vision.
give rise to vision, right? Now, what is middle way? Middle way means?
It's the Noble Eightfold Path.
Okay, that is the
right view, right intention, right speech, right action, right livelihood, right effort, right mindfulness, right concentration.
Okay, so we know the answer already. Okay, let's look at the Pali. Okay, the Pali is down there, right? So now,
Majjhima Patipada.
Okay, so it's interesting to look at the Pali.
Silem card.
Huh?
We learned it as Silem card. SALEMCUT. Silem card.
Huh? Sorry, I don't understand what is Sri Lanka. Brother Ong? Brother Ong, what is Sri Lanka?
What's it? Oh, the short one. So we learned the acronym Silem card.
Oh, Sri Lanka. You're talking about the Noble Eightfold Path.
Yeah, the 8 factors.
Oh, okay. Sri Lanka. Okay, now. Varanasi, right? Varanasi is a feminine case. Isapatana Megadaya, right? So the object is Panchawagiya, bhikkhu, right? Just now, the translation, the bhikkhus of the group of 5. Of the group, this is iya. Of the group, Waga is a group 5. So he say 2. What is 2? The first one is called Kama Sukha. Kama Sukha is sensual pleasure, sensual happiness. Kama is Kama. Kama Sukha. Another one is Atta. You see, even though the Buddha used the word Atta, it's not talking about self, it's just talking about this conventional means that a person torture himself, Atta Kilamata no Yogo. And then not avoiding these 2, the Buddha say Majjhima Patipata. Patipata is a practice here that leads to Chakku, Jnana, knowledge, Upasamaya, calm, Abhinyana, the wisdom, and lead to Nibbana. You see, even the Buddha talk about Nibbana here. Okay. So, how many? Attindigo, 8-4 path we call it Atta Enga. Atta is 8, okay? Atta Enga, Nega. Right? Samaditi, Sama Sankapo, Sama Vacha, Sama Kamando, Sama Ajivo, Sama Vayomo, Sama Sati, Sama Samadhi. Right? You can see the Pali, like this. Majjhima Patipata Tathagata Sama Samudaya. This one, you can see, it start to repeat again. You notice that actually a lot of repetition in Pali, you know. Majjhima Patipata Tathagatina Abhisambuddha Chakku Krani Jnana Krani Upasamaya Abhinyaya Samudaya Nibbana Samadhi. And then repeat Ayam Kosa Bhikkhave Majjhima Patipata Tathagatina Abhisambuddha Chakku Krani Jnana Krani Upasamaya Abhinyaya Samudaya Nibbana Samadhi. What is the purpose of repetition? It's for people to memorize the text, you know. Yeah. You can notice a lot of repetition. Yeah. Okay, so we go back to the now. So it's good to study the original sutta. The first one is talking about. Okay, so we are going to read this. Okay, somebody read this one. Doris, Ko.
Now this bhikkhus is the noble truth of suffering. Birth is suffering, aging is suffering, illness is suffering, death is suffering, union with what is displeasing is suffering, separation from what is pleasing is suffering, Not to get one once is suffering. In brief, the 5 aggregates subject to clinging are suffering. Now this because is the noble truth of the origin of suffering. It is this craving which leads to renewed existence, accompanied by delight and lust, seeking delight here and there. That is craving for sensual pleasures, craving for existence, craving for extermination. Now this because is the noble truth of the cessation of suffering. It is the remainless fading away and the cessation of that same craving, the giving up and relinquish of it, freedom from it, non-reliance on it. Now this because is the noble truth of the way leading to the cessation of suffering. It is this noble eightfold path, that is right view, right up to right concentration.
Okay, now this is talking about, this part is talking about what?
The Four Noble Truth.
Okay, yeah. So, Four Noble Truth. Well, what is the first noble truth?
Noble Truth of suffering. First is
Okay.
suffering.
Second is?
Origin of suffering.
Third is?
Cessation of suffering.
Okay. Fourth is?
The way leading to the cessation of suffering.
Okay, now under the first noble truth, noble truth of suffering. How many suffering is listed here? How many types of suffering? Birth,
aging, illness,
7.
birth, aging,
death,
illness, death, what is pleasing,
7.
separation, not to
Okay.
get one. 7.
7 or 8? 1,
2, 8,
3, 4,
4,
5,
5,
6,
6,
7.
7.
7.
Yep.
7. Okay. So in brief, 7 suffering. In brief, we call it. In brief, means that the 5 aggregate of
aggregates.
5 pancha, 5 aggregate of suffering. All right. 5 khanda, pancha upadana khanda. Okay. Now, how about the other suffering? Like what else suffering not mentioned here? Besides all this suffering.
Suffering of due to change.
Due to change, right? I mean, beside the, I mean, there's another type. I mean, normally what kind of suffering? Besides birth, aging, what kind of suffering?
Mental.
Domanassa?
Yeah.
So domanassa, right? Mental suffering, not mentioned here. What else? Birth, aging, illness. Yeah, there's a Pali, but the Pali is only 7 here, but there are other suffering mentioned in other texts, no? And other suffering not mentioned here. Like what? Domanassa, upayasa, something like that.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. There are suffering here. This is actually, they just skip few. Yeah, I think. Because normally last time, how many? I think 11, right? Yeah. Okay, now the second one is?
Sorrow, lamentation, pain, grief.
Oh, yeah, right. Now I remember. Sorrow, lamentation,
pain, grief, despair.
Pain is a physical pain, and then the grief,
grieving,
and despair. Okay.
Despair. Yeah.
All right. That's all right.
Yes.
So we 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Right. That is correct. 12, right? I think I remember about 12. Yeah. Okay. So it's a past 5 here. Okay. Now second one is. All right. So what it is? This is the. Okay. Craving. How you say craving in Bali?
Tanha.
Okay.
3 craving.
3.
So 3 is 1 craving of
Kama
Tanha,
Bhava
Tanha, and then
Tanha.
Vibhava Tanha. Okay. Later we see the Pali. The third one is this one. Cessation of suffering. So what is this cessation of suffering?
Nibbana.
Yeah, Nibbana. Do you know how to get Nibbana from the word ni?
Ni plus.
Ni plus what?
Ni plus vana.
Okay. What is vana? What's the meaning of vana?
Blow up.
No, vana.
Blow out lah.
Color, is it?
No, blow out. Or cooling.
Cooling off, extinguish.
Craving.
Craving.
Okay. Nibbana. Okay. Non-craving.
Non-craving.
Oh, okay. Nibbana means non-craving. All right.
Mm.
Yeah, this Sanskrit, Nibbana. Nibbana. Because Pali is a local language, so they try to make the pronunciation easy. So Nirvana, okay, without the VA. But Vana, yes, craving. Right, that's the meaning of craving. But another Va, Ni and Va. Va means to blow. Okay, that's another meaning. To blow away. Okay, blow out the flame, you know, from the flame. Yeah.
To
That's another meaning.
extinguish.
Yeah,
To
to extinguish, yes.
Extinguishing of fire.
Okay, let's see. I think sometimes that's why if you study Pali, it's actually more interesting, I think. Long A. Wow. To blow. Yeah, to blow, right? To blow, right? So nirvana or ni plus wa, to blow, to extinguish, yeah, whatever. Okay. And then the last one is noble path leading to cessation of suffering. It is the noble eightfold path. All right. So you got 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, let's look at the Pali.
Majjhima Patipada.
Okay, so first one we already know. All right. The first one is
Samaditi.
idam kopana bhikkhave dukkam arya satyam. Arya means noble.
Noble
Satya
truth.
is truth.
Truth.
All right. So here maintain jati,
Jatipi.
jatipi dukkha,
Birth,
jarapi dukkha,
suffering.
vyadipi dukkho. Now you can see all these are dukkha, long A. But why is it dukkho? Now you can understand your Pali for those. Now you see that? Why maranam dukkham? Why all this change?
Object.
It's not Pali lesson, but you can try.
Because of the type of noun.
Yes, jati is
Accusative.
jati is feminine. Jara is feminine. Vyadi is masculine.
Feminine.
Maranam is
Neuter.
neuter, right? So that's how when you recite, you also must know the gender. All right. So how many say jati, jara, vyadi 3, marana 4, apehi, sampayogo, dukho, associate with the unloved one. So how many already? Yehi vipayoga dukho. Yampi chana lapati. You don't get whatever you want. Lapati. So dukkha. Sankitena, in brief, 5 aggregate suffering. Panchu upadana kanda.
Clinging, 5
Yeah, all right. Okay. Right. So this is the first one. The second one is dukkha samudaya. The origin samudaya. Samudaya. Origin of suffering. Dan yam tanna. Tanna or tanha. Guna bhavika, right? Seatidam kama tanna. Tanna tanha, bhava tanha, vibhava tanha. Craving for sensual desire, kama. Sensual for life, existence, and craving. Actually, this is a craving with the wrong view, want to live forever. This with the wrong view of annihilation. All right. So these 3. So you have 3. And then number 3 is dukkha nirodham arya satyam. So cessation of the craving. That is the nibbana. The 4th is dukkha nirodha gamini is a very long one. Patipata arya satyam arya meva indeed. Eva, no? Eva is indeed. Ariyo, ateng, yigo, mego. Okay, noble eightfold path. Right? So you got 1, dukkha arya satyam, dukkha samudayam, dukkha nirodham. Dukkha nirodha, nirodha, cessation is nirodha. Gamini with the ga, gam is go, right? It's a path. Patipata, the path leading. Here's the translate leading. The path leading to the cessation of suffering. Right? Okay, now we go back to the adjustment. Now, okay. Now you have heard, right? Normally they say in a, okay, we go back to the text here. Just on the text. This is quite long one, I think. Oh, okay, all right. I think we now 4:30. Now how long already? 3:00. We still have another half an hour. Okay. So do you want to continue the Pali?
6 o'clock already. Your
o'clock
battery
already.
running out.
Okay, then we stop lah. You're supposed to what time finish? 4:30. Okay, so we stop, all right? So let's stop.
Lagi.
Mm.
Okay, I'd
Yes.
like to verify something. Just now at the start of the English interpretation
Mm-hmm.
was mentioned that thus have I heard.
Mm.
So normally it is Venerable Ananda that mentioned that thus have I heard and continue with the sutta,
Yeah.
right?
Yes.
But during this period, Ananda was nowhere there yet. What?
Yeah, that's why he used the past tense.
Past tense, I heard.
I heard.
That means later part when he joined in, it was
At
relayed to
the
him by
first Buddhist council, he when he reported all the suttas to other monks, you know.
yeah.
So yeah, so he will say he heard. This means that he is not he say,
That
but he
means
heard from somebody. He heard from the Buddha. That is happened 3 months later after the Buddhist council, after the Buddha have attained
that
Mahaparinibbana.
means after Ananda joined the Sangha, it was related to him lah.
Yes, the Buddha. Yeah, sometimes the Buddha also related some sutta that Ananda, when Ananda was not there, you know. All these like missing sutta, like the Ananda was not even at that place. That's why he said, thus if I heard, means that he heard from the Buddha. It's not his saying, it's not his sutta. Okay?
Okay.
All right.
Thank
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. We will finish. We will continue next week. I think it's interesting to study Pali. If you're interested, I send to you also. You all can study the Pali.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. So we finish.
Thank you,
today.
Sayagi.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you, Saji. Thank you, everyone.
Bye.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Bye-bye.
Sayagi.
Thank you.
Sadhu, sadhu, Sayaji.
Thank you, Sayaji. Thank you. Thank you
Okay.
for the
Bye. Thank you,
teaching.
everybody.
Bye. Take care.
Okay, bye.
Thank you, Sayaji. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.
Okay. Bye.